Destroying structures with propane tanks, destroying 5 sentry cameras or sentry turrets, and eliminating 2 players without healing in between eliminations are all a part of the TNTinas Trial Week 1 challenges, which I'll be showing you how to complete insanely fast. My name is Stormranger. Be sure to watch this video until the very end, because I have a ton of game-breaking strategies that you will not find anywhere else. Now, if this is your first time here, you want to learn how to get better at Fortnite, complete your challenges fast, and improve at all sorts of other Fortnite things, you can start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss out on anything. We are getting so close to 20,000 subscribers, and every subscriber helps me out a ton. Alright, so again, right on screen you can see what all of these challenges are. Credit to the leaker iFireMonkey over on Twitter for leaking all these challenges as of when I'm making this video. If you want to look over these challenges, feel free to pause the video right now. And while you're at it, let me know which of your TNTinas styles are your favorite. Anyway, these challenges reward the players 400,000 XP on top of progress towards the variations of the TNTina skin. Because all these rewards are so cool, the challenges are all super difficult, I'll be going over the best way on how to complete them all insanely quickly right now. Okay, so the first challenge is to eliminate 5 players using explosives. Now this challenge is real simple as long as you go into Team Rumble. This is because, as my loyal viewers will know, you can respawn with all of your weapons in Team Rumble. Now, I know this may sound kind of obvious, but it is something that is super huge for all of these challenges. Anyway, in Team Rumble, just spend as much time as you need looking for explosive weapons. Currently, the only explosive weapon that is in the game is the rocket launcher. Thankfully, you can easily find them in supply drops, which do spawn everywhere in Team Rumble. Now, once you do find a rocket launcher, simply go around eliminating opponents. Be sure to remember to collect the ammo that someone drops when you kill them to make sure you don't run out of rockets. But as long as you're playing in Team Rumble, 5 eliminations should be rather easy. Now the second challenge is to search 10 chests at Holly Hedges and Retail Row. So this challenge is real simple. I'm not going to waste any of your time. Just go over to Holly Hedges or Retail Row in a game of obviously Team Rumble when it is on your side of the map, because that way you don't need to worry about being killed by opponents while trying to complete this challenge. All you must do is search 10 chests, which really should only take you a few minutes, and once you've done that, you will pretty easily complete this challenge. Now the third challenge is to destroy 10 structures with propane tanks. Alright, now this challenge is rather simple as long as you know where to find propane tanks. While I believe they do spawn everywhere all around the map, I do think that the best place to find them at is over at the rig, as they can be found everywhere. Now, propane tanks look as you can see on screen now. They can be blown up by either shooting at them or by being picked up and thrown by the player. Now, when this challenge is referring to structures, it likely means one build slot, not exactly, an entire building. So just at the rig, in any game mode, either shoot at these tanks or pick them up and throw them at a few walls, and just like that, you'll complete this challenge. Now the fourth challenge is to catch air with a motorboat 5 times. Anyway, to make things clear for you all, on screen you can see a few locations of where you can find motorboats. Now if this challenge is referring to 5 seconds of airtime, which I don't think it is, then you're going to want to head over to Lazy Lake and then fly right over the waterfall. But if this challenge wants you to catch air 5 different times, then I would make my way over to Fake Loot Lake, find a boat, drive towards the agency, hit a hill and then boost to catch air a few different times in a game of Team Rumble. But regardless of if you need to catch 5 seconds of airtime or catch air 5 different times, as long as you know where to go, this challenge is pretty simple. Now the fifth challenge is to visit 15 different landmarks. Alright, so while 15 landmarks may sound like a lot, it really isn't, considering how many landmarks there are around the map. On screen you can see a map of some of the different landmarks created by Evident from Pro Game Guides. Now while obviously this map is from the last season, most of the same landmarks still apply. Anyway, because there are so many landmarks, you will likely complete this challenge without even trying. But if you want to get this challenge over with, you can just head into a game of Team Rumble and visit these locations one by one. But regardless of how you complete this challenge, it hopefully shouldn't be too big an issue to complete it. Now the sixth challenge is to use an upgrade bench to side grade a weapon 3 times. Alright, So on screen I can see another outdated map of where to find upgrade benches, this time stolen from Eric Kane over at Forbes. Anyway, just head over to any of these benches in a game of Team Rumble when the bench is on your side of the map. That way you won't need to worry about being killed while harvesting materials. Personally, I recommend heading over to the bench that is found over at Slurpy Swamp, simply because over there you can find plenty of wood, brick, and metal. Now once you have a weapon and all the required resources, all you must do is go over and sacrifice a weapon. Just do this 3 different times, and just like that, you will complete this challenge. Now the 7th challenge is to deal 500 damage to bosses. So this is a rather simple challenge, as I believe all of the bosses have over 500 health. That means all you really need to do is defeat a boss without the help of any other players. Now because you cannot fight a boss in Team Rumble, I simply recommend you head to fight a boss who is at a base far from where the bus flies over in a game of solos, duos, or squads. Now a personal favorite location of mine to land at is over at the grotto, since it's over on the edge of the map. Anyway, once you have found a place to land at, simply get decent resources, then head over to fight a boss. Just be careful while doing so, and make sure that you have cover and enough ammo, because it can be surprisingly easy to be absolutely obliterated by the bosses in this game. But as long as you're careful, and you stay aware of opponents, this challenge should be pretty simple to complete. Now the 8th challenge is to land at the rig, Hydro 16, and Logjam Woodworks. Okay, so this challenge is real simple, just land at any of these locations, and then leave the game. However, that's only if you know exactly where to land. So the first location is pretty obvious, considering it's a named location. It's just referring to the oil rig that is found over west of Slurpy Swamp. However, the second 2 locations are a little more difficult to find because they are landmarks. Now the first of these locations is Hydro 16, which is the name of the dam that is found just this time east of Slurpy Swamp and west of Lazy Lake. And finally, Logjam Woodworks is this little area over here that is found this time north of Slurpy Swamp and south of Holly Hedges. But really, just land at each of these locations, and just like that, you'll complete this challenge. Now the 9th challenge is to destroy 5 sentry cameras or sentry turrets. Now this is another challenge that I recommend you go to the grotto for. Now sentry cameras and sentry turrets can be found all over any enemy base, though because you cannot go into Team Rumble for this challenge, your next best option will be to land at the most isolated base that you can find. Now when it comes to finding sentry cameras and turrets, while they do spawn all over the bases, you can find a bunch of them right over by the vault to any base. Keep in mind that the sentry turrets shoot at the player, but as long as you have a wall to hide behind, that really shouldn't be much of an issue. Though anyway, as long as you're being careful of opponents, this challenge should not be really a challenge at all. Now the 10th and final challenge out of all the TNTinas Trial Week 1 challenges is to eliminate 2 players without using shield or killing items in between eliminations. Now this challenge may sound complicated, but don't worry, it is actually quite simple. That is because this challenge can be completed in Team Rumble. All you must do is get 2 eliminations back to back in Team Rumble without using any heals. And while this may sound difficult, it shouldn't be too hard to do, since you'll have many different opportunities within a single game of Team Rumble. Now, I do think that you only need to do this task once, and as long as you do, you'll complete the final of the TNTinas Trial Week 1 challenges. Now, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me, you can use code StormRanger when purchasing anything in the Fortnite item shop, and buy my merchandise by clicking here. And if this is your first time here, and you want to learn how to get better at Fortnite, complete your challenges fast, and improve at all sorts of other Fortnite things, you can start now by subscribing and clicking the bell, and help us get to 20,000 subscribers. Finally, you can click this card right here to learn how to get better at Fortnite quickly. But that is all I have for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.